Gary, Charlie, with a special guest. What is going on across the room?
All right, Holly, thanks very much. Jeff King, who's with us, tour caddy, but he is a busy man now. It's not the clubs he used to be pulling out of the bag for top players. It's now what he's putting into these bags. And Charlie wasn't going to be denied being involved because Charlie smelled something. This product is like wildfire among players at the top level. How did you get involved in starting to make your own beef jerky? This is Kingmade Jerky. This is your product. This is your company. How did it all start?
Just in my kitchen, Gary. I was had a lot of downtime. You know, caddies, we get a lot of time off. So I was just at my house one day, and I like beef jerky. I always have, and a lot of guys do, you know, which I was kind of unaware of. But I just went and grabbed a dehydrator one time, and I went and I started with some fruits and meats and all kinds of stuff that, you know, the first week or so, everything was pretty unedible, to be honest. It was flavorless and yada yada. But I made a couple batches of beef jerky and brought them out on the road. And when me and Luke played, you know, I was like, hey, Luke, you want to try some of this? And he was like, hey, you know, this is really good stuff. So as we played with more people, Luke would offer it to other players, and they would be like, you know, where'd you get that? And it was like, Jeff makes it in his kitchen. And so we had a couple people. Scott Brown was always a big fan, and he had said, he was like, hey Kinger, if I ask some guys to buy it, would you want to make it for him? And I was like, haha, you know, like, right, sure, you know. So he did, for sure. He came back, you know, a couple days later and said, hey, 4 guys want to buy some beef jerky from you. So I went home and I made some. Long story short, I didn't ever ask anybody to buy any beef jerky, but they all told each other about it, similar to the way Luke did when we played, you know, just being on the course. And there's over about 80 of them on the PGA Tour now that are buying it. So we decided to give it a run. It was like, hey, it's like, you know, if the guys like it this much, we might as well see what happens.
Well, wasn't the demand so high at one point you actually had to make some on the road in your hotel room?
I did. We were in I think it was Boise or Salt Lake on a nationwide, Luke and I, and everybody kept asking, you know, could I get some jerky? Could I have some jerky? I'm like, okay, I'm flying back to Dallas. I'm going to drive to Midland, and I literally loaded up 3 dehydrators in my car and drove them out to the hotel. My roommate, who caddies on the LPGA Tour at the time, at that particular week, was like, we were sitting in the room cutting meat and drying meat in the hotel, and we were laughing so hard because the entire hotel smelled. I mean, it was
I bet
the entire floor. It was awesome.
But one question about your product, and I got to get into it right here.
Yeah,
I like beef jerky, but so many times when you buy beef jerky, it's like you're working out and eating at the same time because you start in on and it takes a long time. This product right here, I'm going to tell you what, it's so tender. That's what makes a product so much different than everything else out on the market. I'm going to go ahead and start.
Yeah, you do that. The other thing, Jeff, that I think is important is that when guys are playing competitive golf, very important that they keep their levels at good levels, meaning what they're putting in their body. They don't just simply take stuff. The nutritional facts on this, there's a lot of protein, very little fat, and low sodium. How'd you pull all that off?
Well, to be honest, it's because of the quality of the meat. That's very high quality. It's flank steak. On average, you know, our sodium and sugar levels are, you know, about 3 times less than anybody else out there. So if you have quality meat, just like with anything, you don't have to do a whole lot to it. So I just found that all I had to do was flavor it the way we wanted to flavor it, and all the guys have pitched into the flavors, you know, of what we have here. And that's all it is. It's 100% meat.
Well, how much do you find that the average tour player will eat in a round of golf?
It differs, Charlie. If you were out there, it'd probably be more Billy Horschel, John Peterson, Jay Overton style. These guys go through some serious. I remember Overton's caddy told me one day that he ate a whole pound.
A whole pound
in a day.
Huh? I eat a pound during this show.
Yeah.
Now, you've gone beyond the idea of making this in your hotel room. Clearly, you've got great packaging now. How about distribution? How are you getting this out there?
Yeah, we're in places, golf courses, and stores and convenience stores nationwide. We just started working with a distribution company called caddie. They're based out of Chicago and Denver. They deal with more high-end premium products because that's what we are. So we just started with them last week, and we're looking forward to a great relationship with them.
Well, it's good to have you in here. This, I'm afraid you're not going to take with you. He's not going to let you.
Try that.
Thank you, Jeff.
Look at
very
that.
much.
Thanks for having
me. Give it a shot, Gary. You'll like
I
it.
will.
It's
I will.
good.
We're going to play through some elements. I'll eat through the break. We'll come back and okay, we're not. I love it. I've got it in my car.
Boy.
I always keep a pouch in my car.
I do too, but not for long.
Thank you, Jeff, very much.
Thank you, guys.
The element
Appreciate
we
it,
continue.
Charles.
Buffalo style is my number one.
Oh, the sweet chili.
Sweet chili.